No debates, no drama. Get ready for some fun and join us now for the Free in Fredonia Show.
Hey, Shug, hurry up with that paint.
Coming, Gabby.
I wish you'd get busy and do a little work around this place.
Oh, I can't do any work and poor Oscar on my mind. He ain't had a bite in 2 days.
Keep your mind off that overgrown canary and get out the painters and get them posters. Then I want you to start plastering up all over town.
All right, but my heart ain't in it.
Here's your host, Gary SannaBlue Baker.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Free in Fredonia Show. My name is Gary Baker, and we're going to play some trivia. We've got some bad storms coming through this way, but the Lord's looked out for us, and everybody I know seems to be safe, and they've had some damage in some parts of the county, but looks like the storm has passed by, and so everybody's okay. So here we are. Tonight's subject is rock and roll. So we're going to see how many of y'all remember some things about rock and roll. We've got Leanne and Linda and Kat and Sharon and Bill. Appreciate y'all showing up. Go ahead and hit those share buttons on your, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you might be, and invite everybody to come and join us and play some trivia. And hopefully this storm won't knock the power out and we can get through this okay. It looks like most of it has passed by. I'm out in the southern part of the county and of Montgomery County, and looks like everything is already passes by. So let's just pray for those people that are still in the path, and hopefully this thing will pass and everybody be all right. Let's go ahead and have the word for the day here.
The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Psalm 27:1. When God is your security, fear loses its grip. Step forward with bold assurance.
All right. Everybody said amen. I think, Sharon, you said you were in New York. I guess you're still in New York, and you and Kat are having a good time. Up to shenanigans, I think is the way you put it. So I'm glad y'all are with us. Let's play some trivia. We're going to go ahead and have Gloria tell everybody how to play.
Welcome to the Free in Fredonia Show. Be sure you like and share with everybody. It's going to be lots of fun with interesting trivia questions on a variety of subjects. The way you play is, the question will be posted on screen with 4 possible answers. You'll have just enough time to choose the answer you think is correct and type in the correlating number in the comments section. Be sure to watch the timer at the top of the screen so you will get your answer in before the cutoff. After you post your choice, give Gary a few seconds to tabulate the answers, and the correct response will be noted before advancing to the next question. Good luck. Now, back to Gary.
All right. I guess you saw, got a new intro there to tell people how to play, and I'm out there fishing and relaxing. And so here we go. We're going to be playing some trivia. The subject is rock and roll. Rock and roll music. Looks like everything is working properly. I pushed all the right buttons today. I've been working hard today. I've got a new book that's coming out pretty soon. I'll tell y'all more about it later. But I've been working on that, and I'm trying to get that off to where it can get published and put it out there where people can read it. I've been working hard on it. I tell you what, writing a book is hard work. I don't care what you say. All right, here we go. We're going to play some trivia. Question number 1 coming up, rock and roll. And here we go. Which guitarist is known for creating the wall of sound technique in rock music? Is it Phil Spector, Jimmy Page, Clapton, or Brian Wilson? Which guitarist is known for creating the wall of sound technique in rock music? Phil Spector, Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, or Brian Wilson? The wall of sound that was made famous. All right, get your answers in there. This gentleman, I think, ended up going to jail. I believe he's still in jail, from what I understand. I don't think he may have died. I don't remember. Phil Spector. Phil Spector was the guy who did that. Made a lot of people famous, produced a lot of music. Here we go. Second question. What was the original name of Led Zeppelin before they changed it? Zeppelin Rising, the New Yardbirds, the London Storm, Page and Friends. What was the original name of Led Zeppelin before they changed it? Zeppelin Rising, the New Yardbirds, the London Storm, Page and Friends. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Get your answers in there. Led Zeppelin. I appreciate y'all coming and playing today. Everybody showing up. All right, get your answers in there. Time is up. Led Zeppelin. I hope y'all like rock and roll music. There were times in my life where I would switch from rock and roll to country back and forth. The New Yardbirds. 100% of you got that right. All right. The New Yardbirds. Here we go. Question 3. Which album by the Beatles was the first to feature only Lennon-McCartney songs? Was it Rubber Soul, Please Please Me, Help, A Hard Day's Night? Which album by the Beatles was the first to feature only Lennon-McCartney songs? Rubber Soul, Please Please Me, Help, Hard Day's Night. Excuse me. Got these allergies coming back. All right. Get your answers in there. Linda says she don't know anything about it. Well, you're going to learn. All righty. Which album was the first to feature only Lennon-McCartney songs? A Hard Day's Night. Nobody got it right. That's kind of surprising. Okay. Here we go. Next question. Question 4. Who played drums on the majority of tracks on the Rolling Stones' Let It Bleed? Was it Ringo Starr, Mick Avory, Jim Keltner, or Charlie Watts? Who played drums on the majority of tracks on the Rolling Stones' Let It Bleed? 1, 2, 3, or 4. No, Linda, I can't see you listening to rock and roll. You don't seem like a headbanger to me. Okay, get your answers in there. Who played drums on the majority of tracks? Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed. We're up to question 4 already. All right. Charlie Watts, 8%. Kit, Sharon, Linda, and Bill got that one right. Next question. We're in question 5. Which member of Pink Floyd left the band due to mental health issues in 1968? Was it Syd Barrett, Roger Waters, Nick Mason, or David Gilmour? Which member of Pink Floyd left the band due to mental health issues in 1968? Y'all remember 1968? I do, just barely. Just barely. I was a high schooler in 1968. Get your answers in there. He left the band due to mental health issues in 1968. Yeah, these are hard questions. I had some easy ones yesterday, I think, so I made them a little bit harder. I might have made them too hard. We'll see. Take a guess. Sid Barrett is the correct answer on that, and nobody got it right. All right, here we go. Next question. What year did Nirvana release their breakthrough album, Nevermind? Was it 1993, 1991, 1990, or 1989? What year did Nirvana release their breakthrough album, Nevermind? 1993, 91, 90, or 89? Looks like some of y'all remember that one. I was not a Nirvana fan. I think I was in Merle Haggard when Nirvana released that album. Mama Tried instead of Nevermind. Here we go. $1991. 0% got that one right. Oh well, here's another chance. We're moving through. I'll stop it after this question. We'll check the leaderboard. Which rock artist recorded the controversial song God Save the Queen in 1977? Was it The Clash, Susie and the Banshees, the Sex Pistols, or the Buzzcocks? Which rock artist recorded the controversial song God Save the Queen in 1977? The Clash, Susie and the Banshees, the Sex Pistols, or the Buzzcocks? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Get your answers in there, and we'll find out. I think some of y'all knew this one. Once again, I was not a Sex Pistols fan. A little bit too bizarre for me. In 1977, the Sex Pistols. The Sex Pistols got that. 75% of you got it. Leanne, Kat, and Linda. Linda, you know all about the Sex Pistols. All right, let's check this leaderboard and see how y'all are doing. Well, the Cat's in the lead. And once again, we've only got 3 of you on this the first time. So I've not been able to figure that out. And I have tried. But I don't know everything. All right, here we go. Steve told you. All right, Steve, why don't you get on the phone and play yourself? All right, here we go. Next question. Coming up. I hope. There we go. No, something happened. Sorry, y'all. Don't know what happened there. Let me pause the game and restart. Here we go. What Frank Zappa album featured a parody of surf music titled Return of the Son of Monster Magnet? We're only in it for the money, overnight sensation, hot rats, or freak out. What Frank Zappa album featured a parody of surf music entitled Return of the Son of Monster Magnet? I think I'm having a machine glitch. Yeah, here we go. It's bound to happen sooner or later. Anytime you work with computers. I'm sure most of you all know that. Get your answers in there. Freak Out. Cat got that one right. Excuse me. Next question. Here we go. Which iconic guitarist, excuse me, Famously set his guitar on fire at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967. Was it Pete Townsend, Keith Richards, Jimi Hendrix, Carlos Santana? Which iconic guitarist famously set his guitar on fire at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967? Pete Townsend, Keith Richards, Jimi Hendrix, Carlos Santana. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Get your answers in there. So Steve doesn't have Facebook. And then, well, he needs to get with the times. All right. As long as he helps you, I guess that's all right. I'm having throat problems. My allergies. Too much pollen in the air, I think. Jimi Hendrix. Every one of you got that one right. Excuse me. I got to get some water here. All right. Next question. The Velvet Underground and Nico album cover features artwork by which pop artist? Roy Lichtenstein, Robert Rosenberg, John Michael Bisquat, or Andy Warhol? The Velvet Underground and Nico album cover features artwork by which pop artist? 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm not going to say those names again. I hope I can get through this. He doesn't want it. Okay. I guess y'all can see everybody's comments. There we go. Everybody got your answer in there? All right, pop up. Andy Warhol. Everybody got it, 100%. All right, let's try to pause this game one more time. See if the leaderboard's got everybody on there. Isn't it, Bill, you having trouble getting your picks in? Okay. All right, check the leaderboard out. I may have to increase the time. I can see you, Bill. I can see your answer on the comment section, but I think it's coming in afterwards. And I'm sure you're getting it in there before the time's up. Let me carry on and see if it keeps messing up. Sorry about that. All right. Which band released the concept album Quadrophenia in 1973? Was it The Who, Pink Floyd, King Crimson, or Genesis? Which band released the concept album Quadrophenia in 1973? The Who, Pink Floyd, King Crimson, or Genesis? I've never even heard of King Crimson. All right, get your answers in there. Make sure everybody gets it in there. Answer. The Who, 50% of that. Bill, I don't know if you got some kind of glitch in your. I'm not sure what to tell you. I wish I could figure it out. Okay, question 12. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen was produced by which record label in 1975? Was it Polydor, EMI Records, Decca, or Atlantic? Go ahead and get your answers in there. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen was produced by which record label in 1975? I'm watching it close here. Okay, is everybody in? I still don't see you, Bill. Yeah, Melinda, you're late, but you're here nevertheless. All right. We're going to pop up here. The answer ought to be popping up. EMI Records. Let me pause the game just for a second and push some buttons over here to see if I can help Bill get. See if I can correct his problem. I don't know if I can or not. Melinda, glad you're here. I know y'all got some rain up your way too. All right, let's try it and see if that helps any. Get back on track. Oh, I think that made it worse. Oh no, here we go. All right, which guitarist played the iconic solo on Michael Jackson's "Beat It"? Was it Slash, Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, or Eddie Van Halen? Which guitarist played the iconic solo on Michael Jackson's "Beat It"? Slash, Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, or Eddie Van Halen? Go ahead and get your answers in. I'm sure you can see the timer at the top of the screen. I'm still looking for you, Bill. I know there's a lag. I think there's like a 5-second lag in streaming that I have no control over. Eddie Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen was the guitarist, played the guitar on "Beat It." Here we go. There you go. Now I saw your answer pop up right then, Bill. Here we go. Question 14. Funhouse, a seminal proto-punk album, was released by which band in 1970? The Stooges, Television, Ramones, or MC5? Yeah, everybody's lagging, I think. I don't know if the storm had anything to do with it or not. Funhouse, a seminal proto-punk album, was released by which band in 1970? The Stooges, Television, Ramones, or MC5? We just do the best we can. That's all we can do. Just keep trying. Don't give up. I see a few people making some guesses there. The Stooges. Sharon got it right. All right, here we go. Question 15. Popping up here. 2112, an influential progressive rock album, excuse me, was released by which Canadian band? Was it Triumph, Saga, Rush, or Max Webster? 2112, an influential progressive rock album, was released by which Canadian band? Triumph, Saga, Rush, or Max Webster? Some of these questions are a little bit harder, but it's also meant to be educational. You'll know. An educational show. All right. Did everybody get their answers in? Rush. There, I see Bill got in that time. So it did work. All right. That's question 15. Let me pause it. And we'll see if the leaderboard's got everybody on there now. Still only 3. I'm not sure about that. All right. Hopefully it will show up. That's question 15. Hopefully it'll show up at the end of the game. I apologize. All right. Let's get started. It's just a game, Linda. Next question. Question 16. Physical Graffiti is a double album by which legendary rock group? Uriah Heep, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, or Black Sabbath? Physical Graffiti is a double album by which legendary rock group? Uriah Heep, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, or Black Sabbath? I used to listen to a lot of Uriah Heep. They were one of my favorites. I wonder if they did this album. Physical Graffiti, double album, legendary rock group. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Get your answers in. I don't know if Uriah Heep is still around. There's not too many of these old bands that are still around. I guess they kind of retired. You get up our age and it's hard to make music. Led Zeppelin, they did that album. All right, here we go. Question 17. Electric Ladyland was the final studio album by which rock trio? Was it the Jimi Hendrix Experience, Mountain, Cream, or Blue Cheer? Electric Ladyland was the final studio album by which rock trio? Get your answers in there. All right, time's moving down. Everybody punch it. Electric Ladyland. A lot of people like this band. I never was really into this band. Just wasn't my thing, but to each his own. Jimi Hendrix, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. 60% of you got it right. Oh, Jimmy. Here we go. Question 18. L.A. Woman was the last Doors album to feature which lead singer before his death? Was it Robbie Krieger, Ray Manzarek, John Dinsmore, or Jim Morrison? L.A. Woman was the last Doors album to feature which lead singer before his death? 1, 2, 3, or 4. L.A. Woman. All right, get your answers in there. Time's up. The Doors. Jim Morrison. 100%. Everybody got it right. Congratulations. And I'm just now seeing some of the answers come up. So there is a lag. All right, question 19. Ziggy Stardust was the alter ego of which British rock icon during the early 70s? Was it Peter Gabriel, Mark Bolan, David Bowie, Brian Ferry? Ziggy Stardust was the alter ego of which British rock icon during the early 70s? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Ziggy Stardust. I don't have an alter ego. Maybe I need to get one. I don't know what it would be. Need to come up with a good name for an alter ego. Ziggy Stardust. Any suggestions on what my alter ego name could be? All right. We're going to find out who it was. I think most people probably knew that one. David Bowie. He was Ziggy Stardust. Bubba. I'm not a Bubba. Here we go. This is the last question. In the Court of the Crimson King is considered a landmark album in what subgenre of rock? Psychedelic rock, progressive rock, hard rock, or glam rock? In the Court of the Crimson King is considered a landmark album in what subgenre of rock? Psychedelic rock, progressive rock, hard rock, glam rock. All kinds of rock. I just like rock and roll. This good old fashioned rock and roll. Psychedelic, progressive, glam. I don't know. Progressive rock. Nobody got it. Y'all need to listen to more progressive rock, I guess. That was the last question. Let's see if everybody's on the leaderboard. Here we go. We got a problem. Houston, we've got a problem. And that's my bad. It looks like Cat won this game with the most points. And I don't know how to explain why y'all are not on there. But I still love everybody, and I'm going to try to fix that problem. I don't have a story for the show tonight because I've been working on getting this new book out. But I do have a new book coming out. It's a good one. It's a heck of a story. And I'll be talking more about that in the next few days and give everybody a shot at getting it. And here we go. This is the last.
Don't bury me under
Linda, I'm going to have a story for you tomorrow. It's going to be a very special story. So tune in on tomorrow's Bible trivia too. So get out your Bibles and do some studying. I'll try not to make the questions too hard. But I appreciate every y'all playing. Talk the game up, share, and we'll invite all your friends and neighbors to come on and play, and we'll have some fun. All right, y'all have a good night. Stay safe if you're out in the storms, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.